EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and that is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw with Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. The Falcons at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go, set. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be swallowed up as he got forward for maybe a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Dumps this one off to Algier. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Penix. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Penix. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from the safety position.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 83 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The rookie from Washington put it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Two yards to go, 2nd down. To the air, Penix. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Robinson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Penix. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the draw, Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking to throw, Penix. Escaping the pressure right. Able to shake him off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Leo Chanel, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Able to find Gray here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing again, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. On the bootleg, it's Penix. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Back to throw, Mahomes. That is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's first down. Mahomes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Here's Mahomes.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little...